G'day Darkrealmers, it's horror author and illustrator Michael J. Elliott here with you again. And today I'm taking part in a tag game originated by my mate JB Taylor. And today I'll be giving you my top most annoying things in Hollywood movies, okay? Hey, if this is your first trip to the Diaries, thank you for joining us and welcome. If you want to keep up with the best in horror from book, movie, trivia and creepypasta, hit that subscribe button and bell notification and you'll never miss out on any of our videos. Okay, Dark Realmers, what cheeses me off about movies today? All my 10 top... We'll get started on that right now. Yeah. Okay, Dark Realmers, my first pet peeve is skimpy clothes on women. Now, I know I'll probably get all the social justice warriors saying women should be allowed to wear what they want. Yes, I agree, that's true. If it's women who want to wear those clothes, not when it's male script writers putting the characters into, like basically crop tops and shorts so short that they should be basically, not even wearing them, and all for the sake so that the male passengers in the car, because this usually happens in slasher films, can make lewd comments and double entendres about the females. Okay, we don't need it. It's shallow, it's lazy, and it belittles women. I mean, like, yes, I understand it's summer vacation and they're all, like tanned and buffed and lovely looking in that. But there's nothing wrong with women wearing, nice t-shirts, and maybe nice cargo shorts that go down to their knees. That doesn't make them unsexual. It doesn't make them unattractive. Hollywood scriptwriters, stop it. Okay? Number 2. No! Yes, you've all seen that one, a character dies and the protagonist falls down on their knees and looks up and screams no. Okay, or no. Well, like, it's been so overdone, it's become a cliche, and it's become such a cliche, even Hollywood knows it's a cliche, because you see it done on The Simpsons, on Family Guy, sitcoms, on everything, it's just unwarranted. It's, unneeded. It's more realistic for me to see a character, find their dead partner or lover or whatever and grab them in their arms and rock and so forth and show that grief, not look up at God and go, no, cut it out. Number 3, hating each other on sight and then falling in love. Oh, this really annoys me. And there's lots of examples, but the movie that popped into my mind was 8 Days with Anne Heche and Harrison Ford. Now, okay, as human beings, we sum up each other within 10 seconds, 20 seconds of meeting someone, okay? And we do that based on their appearance, their eye contact, body language, all that sort of thing. So to have a female actually loathe a male and, constantly, goad him and, snipe at him throughout a movie, and then because he does a few heroic deeds, oh my God, I love you so much. No. Tell me if I'm wrong, Dark Realmers. Tell me, ladies, have you ever met someone you loathed, absolutely loathed on sight and loathed for, like a few weeks or a couple of months and then fell desperately in love with them? Because I'd really be interested to know if I'm wrong. To me, it's stupid, okay? It just stereotypes the image that men and women can't have a non-sexual relationship. They have to have love involved in some way. Now, I could have accepted movies like that if they respected each other at the end and sort of developed a sort of wary friendship, something like that. But to fall in love, no way. It's crap. It's stupid. It shouldn't happen in movies. Okay, number 4, obnoxious kids. Now, coming from Australia, my perception of things are going to be a little bit different, okay? But I don't know what it is, but child actors in movies always seem to be, instead of cute, coming across cute and nice, they come across as obnoxious, you know. And one of the examples was the daughter in Pet Cemetery. Now, in the book, she's very you know, spiritual, and she's sort of you know, questioning and you know, basically a nice kid. But the actress in the book, she was not. I wanted to smack her face in. I didn't like the kid at all. And I find this very much in movies, you know, kids, and it's sort of a little bit like what JB was saying about kids who come across as adults, you know, kids that you know appear to be, you know, funny or whatever, don't. They just come across as being obnoxious, and the parents, like that. No, sorry, you know, in my family, you know, you come across and be sarcastic to be mum, you get a smack across the ear roll. Simple as that. But no, it doesn't happen. Okay. Number 5, the old shopkeeper or gas station attendant. And this is just such a cliche mainly in slasher films. And I don't know whether slasher films, they just write lazily because they're appealing to a mass sort of, you know, audience that are just there for a cheap thrill and don't analyse screenplays or whatever. But as someone who, you know, writes and tries to be very careful in what I write, so I don't insult the reader's intelligence, and also as a moviegoer, this annoys me. And it's always, you know, you get the group of campers pull up and they go, "Hi, do you know the way to the campsite? You know, the one where 30 people got hacked to death, you know, a few years ago. Gee, we're keen to get up there." And you get the old shopkeeper. Don't reckon you want to be going up there. Strange things happen up there. And it's like, even if, you know, the shopkeeper, you know, barely says anything, they always look like they're inbred, you know, and they've got the overalls and the dirty face and the bulging eyes and they're, you know, no teeth, and they're like, you know, like an extra from Deliverance. And it's such a cliche, okay? I would be, as a writer, I'd be more find it more believable if even they didn't say it was just a look or, you know, something like that. No, you know, not setting up the fact that, hey, I'm telling you, you're not going to come out of this this movie alive, and you know, you shouldn't go up there. We all know that's the whole point of the movie. That's why they're going up there. I mean, not to get hacked to death, obviously, but we know that's what the whole premise of the movie is. And it's funny because this has been going on for a long time, Darkrealmers. Do you remember the old black and white movies and black and white TV series where, you know, the couple would come into the general store and there'd always be a couple of locals and they'd be playing checkers on top of a pickle barrel, and they'd say, "Hi, can you we're a bit lost. Can you tell us the way to the old Morriston house?" And the old timers would be looking up and, you know, and there'd be dead silence, and it'd be like, "Oh, you got any business up there at the old Morriston house?" "Why, yes, we've just bought the old Morriston house." And so it's been going on for a while, Darkrealmers, and that's why I just find it time to stop. Okay, time to change the, you know, reverse, back up. Okay, number 6, the false escape. And this is really annoying because I've gotten to the stage where I don't believe it at all, Darkrealmers, okay? You know, someone's tied up and the serial killer is, you know, off, you know, doing something, you know, getting his hacksaws ready and polishing up his blades or whatever, and they get away. They undo their bonds and they get away. And they run. And we know that they're not going to escape, that, you know, they're going to, if it's a female, they're going to trip over a branch or something, or, you know, they're going to end up back where they started or totally lost, or in the majority of cases, the serial killer finds they're gone, ooh, and chases after them, and somehow exactly knows where, at what point of the forest or whatever they disappeared. So it heads straight there, you know. Okay. Okay, number 7, no cell phone signal. Okay, now we live in a world where cell phones and that are like, people live by them. They actually have them glued to their ears. And I'm not one of those people. I could perfectly live without my cell phone. I have it just for emergencies and, you know, checking Facebook while I'm writing and I'm not at the computer and stuff like that. But movies today tend to make everybody so reliant on their cell phone that their actual brain stops working, and that, oh my God, we're all doomed. I can't get a signal. No, you know, before cell phones, you know, there were serial killers and there were plots where people managed to escape and they managed to outthink the serial killer. They didn't need, you know, a phone that works supposedly anywhere to dial 911 or over here in Australia 000. So it's that in itself has become such a cliche, and it's pointless now. We might as well not have anyone have their cell phones with them, you know, or just one character. But when all of them, no, oh my God, I've lost my cell phone. Forget it. Okay. Okay, number 8. Now, this one annoys me from a personal point of view because I've been a tarot reader for over 22 years and I have a few clients that, you know, come to me for regular readings and so forth. So I could say without any fear of, you know, like, and still being very humble, I'm an expert in the tarot. When Hollywood has a character that visits the old gypsy or, you know, the sideshow, and what do? They turn over the death card. Da-da-dum! No, no, no. Death does not mean physical death. It is a card that represents transformation. It means the death of an old situation, an old relationship, but something that's coming to its natural conclusion. Now, for death to represent death in a physical sense, there has to be a specific set of cards there, like a very specific set of cards. And I've never seen that. In 22 years, I have never seen anyone, you know, the cards say death, you know, a physical death. And even if I did, there are certain immutable rules that you live by. You don't talk about death, okay? You simply don't talk about death because, you know, of fate and destiny. You know, things change. Everything's not set in concrete, okay? But Hollywood seems to think, no, chuck out that death card and that's it, you know? And do some research. If you're going to do esoteric stories and so forth, and using a medium that has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years, do your research on it, Hollywood, for God's sake. Okay, number 9, the escape crash stroke car crash. And this is sort of gets back to my other point where, you know, we have the victim escape and they head to the car. And if the car doesn't start, which really annoys me because this car has gotten them hundreds or miles to where they want to go, and then suddenly, because it's been parked there for, you know, like a few hours, it doesn't work. Now I can understand that if we see, like, you know, the character go to the, you know, open the bonnet and look inside and find the engine's been ripped to pieces by the serial killer, okay, but that sort of very rarely happens. But on the off chance that they turn the key and it all starts and it's wonderful and we're going, yay, great. What happens? They're in such a panic that they crash into a tree, you know, half a mile down the road and wreck the car, and then they're on foot and they're back to where they started. Okay? It's ridiculous, okay? And I know that, you know, they do it to build up tension and drama and all that sort of thing. And also it paints them into a corner, because if it's not time for this character to die and they get away in the car, what are they going to do? But think of some other way to do it, okay? Or just abandon that whole cliche altogether, okay? And number 10, okay, is the rushed breakfast. Oh, this annoys me. Why does this happen so much in movies? We always have, the mother there, and someone will ring up. Oh, hi, Janet. Yeah, no, we're just having breakfast. And the father rushes in with his briefcase. Hi, honey, I'm late. Grabs a piece of toast. The kids are flinging cereal at each other. Doesn't anyone sit down in America to a nice normal breakfast? Is it just Hollywood where nobody has time for a decent breakfast, okay? And I just find it really, really annoying. It's also very cliche too, okay? And a little bit sexist too now I think about it, because it's always the dad that's running late. It's never dad feeding the kids and mum going, oh, honey, I've got an important meeting. I'm late. Oh, bye. Love you. And, we never see the kids, just sitting there enjoying their breakfast, really nice, or, oh, Dad, don't forget whatever. So, yeah, it just annoys me, the sort of breakfast battle, I call it, okay? Get rid of it. We don't need it. And the running late thing, okay. Think of some other way to write it. Think of, like maybe the mother going to the stairs, honey, are you nearly ready? That sort of thing. But not the father running downstairs, grabbing a piece of toast, which just happens to be ready, by the way, too. Think about that. Okay, Darkrealmers, well, they're my top things that annoy me in Hollywood movies, okay? I'd really like to thank JB Taylor for tagging me in this game, because as a cinephile, I love movies and I try to enjoy them as much as I can, but I also, I'm very big on picking their faults when they need picking on, okay? So that's it from me for this episode of the Dark Realm Diaries. I hope you've enjoyed my little rant. And if you've got any pet peeves about movies that really stick in your craw, let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to read them and find out if any of what I've said today matches up with what you think about the movie scene. Okay, Darkrealmers, well, that's it from me, horror author and illustrator Michael J. Elliott. And as I always say to you, Darkrealmers, stay in the light, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.